All right, shalom everybody, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope my voice coming good in your side. Yesterday we have a good time speaking about Mr. Sinwar. He is now in heaven with Allah. And if you remember, we showed you before that according to so-called self-proclaimed Prophet Muhammad, that those who die for the sake of Allah, they will be birds in heaven. Actually, their soul will be inside a green bird. So there is an incarnation will happen to Sinwar and Nasrallah, and even though they are from different religion like Shia and Sunni, etc. But both they believe in the same story. And here you find it very funny, and how in the world anyone can believe in such a thing, because this is a contradiction for what Muhammad he promised them. He promised them, if you die, especially if you are a murderer, which is a murder, not a murder, you will have a lot of women to have sex with them. Okay, but now how you are going to have sex with them and they are birds? I mean, how a bird, he is a green bird now, he is going to have sex with women? How that will work? So if we go to the reference here, let us see, find the reference. As you see, those references are all over, so it's not something Muslims do not know, and they cannot claim. And we will not show you the one it says da'if. We will show you the one it says good or hasan, like this one. This one is hasan. Hasan mean good, all right? So as you see, that the murderer, the one who died for the sake of Allah, Allah will put their spirit in the crops of a green birds, which go down to the river of paradise. So based on what Muhammad said, the spirit of Sinwar right now as we speak is inside the green bird. And in case you don't know how the green bird look like, this is how the green bird look like. So how you are going to have a lot of virgins to have sex with them, and then you are going to be inside the green bird. Something very weird and something very stupid. And all this is what you are seeking, like to be in heaven, a green bird. What if a Muslim he saw you and he wished to eat you? Because the Quran promised Muslims to eat any bird they see in heaven. If you go in the Quran, you will see the Quran mention specifically the meat of the bird. As you see here, chapter 56, verse number 21, according to the interpretation, if a Muslim he see a bird flying in the sky, he wish to eat it, the bird will be cooked, served in front of him by the blink of the eye. So now Yahya Sinwar become a bird, and a Muslim he been promised, if he see a bird in the sky, alive, all what he need to do, he wish to eat it, and he will be cooked and served into him in a dish. So look like the Muslims will be eating the Muslims of Hamas and the Muslims of Al-Qaeda and the Mohammedans from the Ali sect and Shia and Shiaism and all kind of madness. And here you notice how silly, how stupid this religion is. So you promise him to be a green bird, and then you promise him to be eaten by other Muslim. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? Me, myself, I am not interested to become a green bird. I will leave that for you. Do we have any Muhammadan? Who is a Muhammadan agreeing with the promise of Allah? I mean, what? And by the way, here, I mean, this is the promise. Look at this, وَلَحْمُ طَيْرٍ مِمَّا يَشْتَهُونَ, and meat of any bird that they may desire. Does it say any bird they may desire? Or I'm making things up? Am I making things up? Or this is what it says? any bird that they may desire. So any bird, Yahya Sinwar, Nasrallah, it doesn't matter. I don't know, Nasrallah, maybe Allah will make him a turkey or chicken, maybe. I'm not sure. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? We have only 543 people in YouTube. Look like today we don't have too many people. We have a small number today. Maybe because we are too early. Maybe it's like for American they did not wake up yet. Any Muhammadan would like to join us? No Muhammadan? I saw a Muhammadan in Discord. He was attacking Christianity, saying Christianity is false. Christianity. I saw many comments actually in the previous video made by Muhammadan, and I found them very funny. Like one Muslim, he says, "Ha ha ha! Do you think the Jews they love the Christians?" And my friend, they love the Christian. They don't love the Christian. This is not your business. Don't worry about. Look who's talking about love, a Muslim. So the Muslim is so upset to see us supporting Israel. So he want to say to you, "Oh, do you think the Jews love the Christians?" This is none of your business. Who love us, who don't. Like, do you love us yourself? So what does that mean? So if you talk about love, don't talk about something you don't have. You are a person who follow hatred, and your Quran in chapter 5 verse 14 says it clearly, Allah will spread hatred between the Christians. So you are following the God of hate. So never mention the word love, and don't never school us about who love us and who hate us. You are the #1 hate machine. In fact, I never saw a Muslim love a Muslim. If you go right now, I showed you the chat and by the way, do you know the station we used to watch? The one we showed you the chat? Guess what? YouTube, just because they put the images which I showed yesterday, they are not allowing them to downgrade their channel into anyone to join. You have to confirm your age. Good, I did delete the video right away. Otherwise, YouTube, they will be all over me. So now if you want to watch that channel, you have to go and confirm your age, etc. We cannot just watch it. YouTube, you know what you can say. You love birds? Oh, okay. Well, you came to the right place. That's it. We have birds for you. This is Yahya Sinwar was saying to you, I love you too. I just did the translation, because he is a very loving person. All zombies are very loving. Actually, we have a guy in Discord. I told him to change his name. I told him, change your name. Otherwise, are you looking to be shot or something? A few hours after, the guy got shot. Do you remember yesterday, the day before? I told him to change your name before you got shot, man. A few hours after, he went, oops. Oops. All right. I can read for you the comment which Muslims they post for us in the previous videos, but they are really funny. And the Muslim, they try to school you about the Jews hate you, the Jews are your enemy too, the Jews they killed Jesus. The funny is the Muslim, they spend their day trying to convince you that Jesus was not killed because the Quran says so. But the second they want you to hate the Jews, they say to you, didn't the Jews kill Jesus? Huh? Isn't it the Jews who killed Jesus? Hey, Abdul, I thought the Jews never killed Jesus. We forgot. But because they want you to hate the Jews, so suddenly they say the Jews killed Jesus. Coward, potatoes. Do we have any Abdul? So Muslims, did the Jews kill Jesus or did it not kill Jesus? Who want to help me to figure out? Hypocrite? Hypocrite, huh? Hmm. One Abdul keeps her hand up. I don't see anyone. Do we have any Abdul? His hand is up. Admins? We have an admin here. She was accomplice with Sinwar. So she was arrested by the IDF because, they found in the living room of Sinwar an image of Mona Lisa. And we have an admin here, her name is Lisa. So they start investigating her. What is the connection? So they contacted the intelligence and the CIA. And Kamala, she said, because she is smart, she said there must be a connection. Her name is Mona Lisa, and the admin of CP, her name is Lisa. So there is a connection. So they start investigating her. So she was arrested for 3 days. That's why we did not see her. But thank God, Joe Biden was the smartest. He says, no, this is not the same Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, the one we are talking about, is eaten by the cannibal with my uncle. So they let her go. I mean, Joe Biden, he know everything. If not Kamala. Do we have any Mohammedan? And by the way, I received a complaint from the Saudi government about, I have a video, have almost 500,000 views. I don't know if you guys saw it. It says why the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia left Islam. So the Saudi government filed a legal complaint against me, claiming that I violated code number what, I'm not sure what number, and goat number what, I don't know what is that number. And YouTube, they said they are going to check out that violation, which is appeared to be true. So we will see if they are just preparing to take my video down or not. So imagine a guy, he claimed to be a crown prince, and he is going to be a king, and he have army, and he is one of the richest. He is afraid of a video of a Christian prince. Christian prince, he violated the law. Really? Seriously? What I said, Yeah, I have the email, Violation, brother. Yeah. Usually I get those emails from the Iranian government. But this one was different. Like usually they say, your video will receive legal complaint from the government entity of the Pakistan, Pakistan. But this time it was different. Violation of code number, etc. We receive a complaint. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I will not take the video down. Because there's nothing there. I mean, nothing there, violation. What violation? I said the guy, he is taking pictures claiming to be a believer, but in fact he's not. How in the world that violate anything? I showed how many, how many Muslim scholars he arrested. He forbid the Islamic police. So I'm not really speaking against him, if you think about it. But for him, that's a big deal. Because now the Muslim, they will say, oh yeah, you know what, this is right. This guy is not a Muslim no more. Look what he's doing. Nobody is in Saudi Arabia now have to pray. Before, if you don't go to pray, they have a police, Sharia police in the street. If you don't go to pray, they will arrest you. They will beat you up actually. If you don't fast, they will arrest you. If you eat in the street, they will beat you and arrest you. You will stay for between 3 to 6 months in jail, and they will whip your back. So all of this guy, he changed it. And actually, just a few days ago, he went and he visited a Coptic Christian church, an Egyptian church. Let me find you. Which is strange, by the way. Like I could not understand what exactly the purpose of this visit. Those people, they don't visit for no reason. Especially, everybody's speaking against him from the Muslims. So if we go here, Let me show you the images. As you see here, he is sitting. I'm not sure if this is the Pope of the Coptic. I'm not sure. If somebody is a Coptic, can let me know. Yeah. So he came and he visited them, and he was very friendly and actually very, very nice of him to do so. This is a new, something new. Whenever, so I'm not really speaking against him. I mean, the guy, he's a dictator. Well, he have to, because if you are not in those countries, they will get rid of you in one day. In order to change Saudi Arabia, you have to be a dictator. Yeah, so this is him. This is one of the pictures, you know, of him. There is no need to go and see all the pictures. Hold on, let us see. Here, another picture. He came with a huge, you know, like, let's say, team of ministers. And I found this visit very, very interesting. It's very strange, because the question is, what is exactly he want? You know, those people, they don't come to visit you to say hello. You know, they don't. They do things only for a reason. And the reason have to be something serious. All right, it have to be something serious. And I hope maybe soon he will open the first church in Saudi Arabia. Maybe just to prepare for it. You know, I don't know. We will see. I hope so. We hope so. Do we have any Mohammedan? Can maybe S be a good guy? You see, the word good and bad is, you know, flexible. Like, you know, what good mean, what bad mean. What is good for you can be bad for someone else. So the guy, he brought a lot of a change to Saudi Arabia. This is a country, a savage country. I told you a story many times about a guy. He made containers, flowers containers in the shape of a duck. And imagine they reported him to the Sharia court, and then they come with a lot of police, hundreds of people around his house. They broke the door. They have an order from the court. They read it loudly with the speaker. The guy, he is wearing a mask. He have a big sword in his hand. After reading the command of the Sharia court, they start chopping the head of those ducks made from, you know, white lime, etc., mixed with concrete. So, and each time he cut the neck of those flower containers, the crowd shout, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, the idols. So the accusation of this guy, he have idols at home, you know. It's just a flower containers. So we are talking about country was in beyond stupidity and cave time. The first bicycle came to Saudi Arabia was arrested. They arrested the bicycle. Not only the guy who bought it, the bicycle itself, they brought it to the Sharia court and they put a sign in it that this is the devil. And then they tried to execute it. The guy, he hit it with the sword broke. So they, you know, they use an axe and start hitting the bike until the bike dismantled and the bike died. So this guy is trying to change his country from a country from the cave time. You know, the new generation are not the same. So he dismantled the Sharia police, which is a big step, you know, to move the country forward. Before, if you play music, you're at risk. You will stay in jail for a few years, you know. I mean, how in the world even can you get a musical instrument? You have to smuggle it through the border. The country is really messed up as a country. They have oil, yes, they have money, but Islam making it very, very. So he changed everything. If you remember, there is a sign. If you want to go to Mecca, you are not allowed to go to Mecca unless you are a Muslim. There's a sign that says Muslims only. Remember? You remember the sign? Muslims only. This is exists since Muhammad time. For sure, in the time of Muhammad, there is no sign. But Muhammad, he commanded that nobody is allowed to enter the Arabian Peninsula. He is a Christian or a Jew, or, you know, someone is not Muslim, right? And we have the reference for that for sure. Uh, but Muslim only sign, which is very well known, anyone can go and check it out. You can go on, online and search Muslim only sign. We don't want that now. Let me show you Muslim only sign. Hey Sinwar, how you doing, man? You still alive? Oh man, I will come to your funeral, don't worry. But the problem, the Jews are not releasing your body. So here you see the Muslim only sign. You see it? Muslim only, the Muslim in green, because green is the color of heaven. Non-Muslims is in red because they will go to hell. Now, with this crown prince, people, they can go to Mecca. There's many videos. You can go right now. Even Jews, they went to Mecca. You can go to Mecca right now. This is impossible before. They will chop your head if you go. So he took those signs off. They are not exist no more. Those signs are not exist no more. You know. So this guy, he did a lot of a change, and obviously change is coming to town. You know. A lot of a change will happen. This war will do a lot of a change. Many things will, you know, will change in the Middle East, and Israel is doing a great job actually working this change out. Do we have any Mohammedan would like to join us? You are watching from Jubail? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Sinwar now is busy. يفضون الأبكار فضة. According to Muhammad, يفض. Let me tell you what does that mean. يفضون الأبكار mean they will open their vagina. What is the name of the skin inside? So they open it, you know. Yeah. So Muhammad, he promised them they are going to be busy. If a Muslim, he don't believe me, I can show you, my friend. You know, there's many Muslims, they have no idea what his stupid religion is talking about, you know. If you go in the Quran, there's a verse that says, Inna ashab jannah al-yawma fi shughlin fakihun. The people of heaven today are busy. Okay, busy doing what exactly? Let us go to the verse. If you read the English translation, it doesn't say anything, you know. Shughl mean business, action. Usually, like you say, I'm going to the shughl, which means you are going to work. All right. So in chapter 36, verse number 55, it says, "The people of paradise, they shall be happily occupied in that day." Occupied doing what? The verse saying after it, they will be reclining with their wives. But if you go and read the interpretation for this verse, you will see that they will be effing non-stop their women, who Allah will make them virgins and virgins again. In fact, let us see if we can use some interpretation. Give me a second. Yeah, so this is what Sinwar is doing right now. So here you see, this is the verse, this is Tafsir al-Tabari. It says, the meaning of this, let us see. And Abdullah ibn Masood, this is one Muhammad he mentioned to take the Quran from him. He says what Allah meant by the people of heaven, they will be busy enjoying things, is opening the vagina of the women. Here a translation says the flowering the virgins. So imagine there's a God. You remember, you know, Ahmed did that. He was making fun of the Old Testament about the Song of Songs, how dirty it is according to Didat. You remember? You know, the Muslims, when Didat was debating Christians, those Christians, none of them knows Islam. This is why Muslims, they debate only the one who do not know Islam. So a poetry or a song, it's not even about women. For Ahmadi, that was dirty and filthy and disgusting. But this is literally, this is his God talking. This is his God talking, not a man making poetry or song. Do we have any Muhammadan? All right. And all of them, they agree that they are going to be effing women, making them lose their virginity, and Allah will make them virgin again. All right. Yeah, a lot of work. A lot of work. So, Sinwar will be busy doing a lot of business. Sinwar. His name is Sin, so what do you expect? Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? By the way, I might convert to Islam for a week or so and go to the heaven of Allah just to make some videos, interview with Sinwar. That will make my channel #1 top in the world. I will have interview with Sinwar and Osama Laden and Nasrallah. Who else? Nasrallah is a Shia, so he will be in different heaven. It's okay. I mean, we can go between them. I hope there's a bus or something, or at least a flying carpet of Suleiman. So I go there, like supposedly now I'm a Muslim, I converted to Islam, and to prove it to them, I will keep scratching my balls each time I'm talking. You know, I don't know if you noticed that Muslims, when they go on the street, they scratch their balls non-stop. You know, I don't know what is there, but you know, it's a. I don't want to assume things, but maybe it's a habit. I don't know. Yeah. Like there is one of two things they scratch, either their nose because they are lying or their balls. Why? I have no idea. You ask them. Hey Muslims, am I lying? You are so observant. Okay, I'm born there. What are you talking about? What observant? I'm born in the Middle East. This garbage is around me all day long. You go to the bathroom, you hear the Quran, the mosque. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, we go to shit, you hear Allah. You go open the radio, is about the Prophet. You open TV, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. We are not like the Christians, they are majaneen. And those Christians are kuffar, they will go to hellfire. And you know, okay, you open the book, is the same story. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter where you go, you know. All TV stations praise one person, Prophet Muhammad. All radio stations praise one person. Nobody dare even not to praise. What are you talking about? Once I called the TV station. I wish at that time I have recording program software to record it. So I called them, and just for fun, you know, I have a bunch of guys behind me. So I said, Sallu ala Nabi, which means praise the Prophet, pray on the Prophet. Now those cowards, they don't dare to say, you know, they don't dare to ask me not to say. What is the question? They go directly, no. So I say, pray on the Prophet. They start saying, Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad. I said, wazidu salata ala Nabi, which means pray more on the Prophet. And they repeat, Allahumma salli wa salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. And then when they finish, I say, wazidu ya akhi salata ala Nabi. And Allahumma salli wa salli. I'm just asking them more and more to pray on the Prophet. They don't dare. 5 minutes, I'm saying the same stupid thing. They don't dare to say stop. What is the question? Because if they say stop, the Muslim will kill them. Did you say to the guy, stop, he's asking you to pray on the Prophet? Did you say to him, stop? So 5 minutes, I'm playing with them. And I stop only because the guy behind me, they fell down on the floor from laughing. So it's obvious now, you know, we cannot cover it up, you know. And I keep saying, Salli ala Rasul ya Rajul. وزير الصلاة على النبي خير المرسلين اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى. You know, 5 minutes. People, they are on the floor dying. I'm saying, shut up, man. We continue. You know, I covered the phone, but then they can hear. You know, so I hang up. You didn't dare to say what is the question? What is the topic? Why you are calling us? They don't dare, because I keep asking them, pray on the Prophet. Who dare to say stop? Once a Muslim woman, she called the TV station. There was two sheikh, and obviously she is horny, you know, or she is going having fun. I don't know. Assalamu alaikum. We did Ali Dawah here. Ali Dawah, are you there? You can do your voice because your voice have no hormone. So she said, I have a problem. When I take off my clothes, my sister told me that the fish, they start shaking inside the fish tank. The guy, the two sheikh, they start sweating. One of them, he grabbed water, he started drinking. Okay, sister. Sister, A'udhu billahi minas shaitani razim, sound like those fish in the fish tank. They are looking at your pure, beautiful body, sister, and they are doing something wrong, which means they are masturbating. And they have a genie inside them. So, sister, we advise you to change your clothes in different room. The girl, she is speaking like a whore. Oh, sorry. This is the only room I have, and I'm so beautiful. The sheikh, he's sweating more. He said, okay, sister, listen. The other guy, he said, so what we should do? He said, okay, do you have a blanket, sister? Do you have a blanket? Cover the tank, cover it, sister. You know, I mean, stupid donkeys. The fish is masturbating when they saw her taking off her clothes, and you stupid people believe it. And now they want to solve the problem. Like, what the heck? I mean, the girl, she is taking off her panty in the front of the fish tank, and the fish are shaking. So, like, you can, what is the name of those fish? The one you saw them in the Amazon River, like the movie? The one who eat the fish, like go crazy, they eat something. So this is what happened when those fish, they see this naked Muslimah. She is so sexy, and you know it. They cannot hold themselves. They start shaking and touching themselves. Like, imagine the fish touching itself. Stop touching yourself, you fish. You're fishy. This move is fishy. I'm telling you. Anyway. Stupid religion. Nobody dare to question. Nobody dare to say something. This is not right. This is stupid. What are you talking about? Stupid. You know. Other guy, he called. He says, brother, I have a water bottle, and this water bottle have a round cover. Is round cover halal? What? The bottle have what? Round cover. Is round cover halal? He said to him, why is not going to be halal? He said, isn't it this is resemble the anus? Is it halal? Do we drink from it? Yeah, why not? Is it resemble the anus? What? I mean, they are busy. They are busy, you know. You will see a Muslim guy calling, or Muslim woman, she is calling, asking about, you remember the hadith about a woman, she came to Muhammad, she asked him if she have to wash her vagina because she was touching herself. You remember the reference? And then Muhammad, he gave her the answer, which is amazing. He said, yeah, you have to wash it. The wife of Muhammad, she said to him, do women even have orgasm? And this is telling you how good Muhammad in bed. Even his wife, she never have orgasm. And then Muhammad, he told her, the one who comes first, the baby resemble him. Pure science, pure science. Yeah, so don't be surprised when you see the stupidity of those people. Like, we said to them, Israel have nukes. Hundreds of nukes, if not thousands. We don't know how many. They can nuke you. They can finish you all. Hezbollah, the one who want to fight Israel, they can finish you in 2 seconds. What are you talking about? They can eliminate all of you. Iran, Syria, Lebanon, all of you, Gaza, Egypt, all of you can make you shish kebab if they want in 2 seconds. Still, they want to kill them. Stupidity. So those people, you know, you are not talking to people who have a common sense, if we can say. You are talking to liberals. Muslim and liberals, by the way, are the same. They have no common sense. They are stupid. You will not find one liberal is not stupid. I mean, they are stupid at the point they don't know if they are male or female. How many females we have in the chat? If you are a liberal in the chat and you are confused if you are a male or a female, call me. I will help you. Just take a note. Camera is required. Okay? I mean, those people, they don't even know what is male and what is female, and they have no idea where they are. And then they go and they support the Muslims and free Palestine. So both of them, they are flat. Both. But even though they are in the opposite direction, but they are totally flat. The voice doesn't lie. Well, I mean, the voice, it can be, it can be deceiving too. If you start taking hormone, certain hormone, like a green bird hormone, if you take a green bird hormone, when you talk, what the voice will come? See? It's hormone. It's just a hormone. Change the hormone. If you take a hormone chicken hormone, you will speak like a chicken. And if you take a duck hormone, you will walk like a duck, talk like a dog, act like a dog. Like Kamala Harris, which is not a female, by the way. They keep saying to us she is a female, is going to be the first female president. Prove it to me that she is a female. Oh boy. I will believe you if you say Joe Biden is a female, but Kamala Harris is a female? Give me a break. Abdullah Gondol. Okay. Let us see Abdullah. We have Abdullah. Abdullah from.
CP, can you hear me?
All right, Abdullah, how are you doing? I hear you. Go ahead.
Good. Yeah, my name is not Abdullah, actually. I don't know if you know Abdullah Gondal.
No, I don't know him. Who is Abdullah Gondol?
He's an ex-Muslim from Pakistan. He's actually a very intellectual. He's
good.
planning to be a PhD for neuroscience. I learned a lot from him, aside from you. But anyway, so I'm actually not a Muslim. I'm actually a Hindu.
All right.
So I want to start off by saying it's a happy Sinwar day for everybody.
All right. Do you celebrate? Did you buy baklava or anything as a Hindu?
I had some beers, some scotch.
Okay, that's good. I would like to invite you for a chicken, but you guys Hindu don't eat meat, so what we can do? Next time.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Well,
Only priests cannot eat chicken. I can eat anything other than beef.
You know what? Okay, I forgot. Sorry. I want to say I want to invite you to eat beef. Forget about the chicken.
Yeah. So anyway, what I wanted to talk to you is, I don't know, maybe if you are paying attention to our good friend Zakir Naik, he's become quite a comedian nowadays. So have you paid attention to his Pakistan visit?
No, not really. What happened? Anything new?
Oh, it's very new. It's the best comedy that happened in the last probably decade.
I saw a video of him like he stepped down the stage because it's the orphan
Yeah.
the age of marriage.
Yeah. Let me tell you. So first thing, he goes there from Malaysia because India kicked him out. Pakistan invited him as a state guest, just like a president of another country or something. So he goes there, and then he goes with like 1,000 pounds of luggage, and they charge him like, okay, hey, at least 50% of that luggage you need to pay us money. He says, no, I don't want to pay any money for this, because even in India, they'll, even though they don't like me, they'll always give me free luggage. You should give me free luggage.
But he have money. I mean, why he will not pay? I mean, is he like a short of money? This guy is rich.
He's entitled. No, it's not about rich. He's entitled because, like I said, he's used to getting things for free.
Yeah. And what happened?
So now he goes there. Then the next thing is what you said, right? He was invited to an orphanage. The orphanage is run by some Pakistani mullahs. So they are bringing kids who can't afford anything. Obviously, they indoctrinate them, right? Teach them all these stupid things. So anyway, they invited him and they wanted him to give presents to like all the best Quran reciters and whatnot, all those things. So he goes there on the stage, and then they started sending kids to get from him. Then they sent a girl, a couple of girls who were like 10, 11 years old. Then he started getting down from the stage. He says that you're insulting me. I cannot do this. These girls are, mehram for me or
Yeah,
whatever.
in the age of
These are
marriage.
people who are
So,
allowed to,
so
yeah, they're allowed to marriage.
yeah, Zakir Naik, he could not stay in the stage because if he stay longer, he would start touching himself.
Yeah, and it doesn't end there.
Yeah. What an
So
idiot.
next time he
What a
goes to
scumbag.
another what do you call event. So there he goes to talk to a news anchor. So they interview her. She interviews him and everything. Then this is what he says. He says, anybody who is any girl who is you know like above 11, 12 who is not married, she is prostitute in my opinion. So they should be treated as prostitute. And then all of Pakistan goes up in flames, and now they want to kick him out. They can't wait to kick him out.
Well, I mean, nothing new. He's, in fact, he is, I know he's a hypocrite, but in the Quran it says, those who cannot be just with the orphan, go and do F2 and the 3 and 4. So Muhammad encouraged the Muslim to have sex with the children. You know, like if you go in the Quran, let me show you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I read all of the Quran. So I read the
yeah,
Quran and I actually listened to all this seerah from this guy Yasir Qadhi.
yeah,
He lives in Plano,
yeah.
Texas.
So
He has videos
he
on
is
him.
just following what his prophet said. It's true. Those Muslims, they are willing to have sex with their children. Muhammad, he is a pedophile. So for him, he just said what his religion say. You know, he did not make
Yeah,
things
and
up.
again, it's astounding to me, because I live in India, I have so many Muslims around me and everything. So, I mean, we never paid that much attention because, from where I am, they were not really that big of a deal. So they don't cause any trouble. They are very less in number. But
Yeah.
now, when I came to know about all these things, and none of them know even a little bit of this. All they know is a few things that they hear on the mosque or something, and then that's all. They just parrot it like parrots. A few things, one or two things. They don't know anything about most of this stuff.
Well, we don't know what happened with Zakir Naik at that moment. Maybe anyone noticed there is a liquid in his pant? Maybe he have orgasm when he saw them. Sorry, guys, this is how stupid this cult is. This is garbage. Who is
But,
this guy with
yeah,
him? Who is this guy with
but
Zakir Naik? Do you know the one in the screen? Who is this guy? Taliban?
I don't know.
He looked like Taliban.
So, but I think the main thing is let me see who it is. I think he's one of the mullahs in Pakistan. They're the people that invited them, and now they're getting all the blame. Um
Yeah, anyway, well, this is how the religion.
because he proved that he's actually worse than even the worst mullahs in Pakistan. Even they can't take him.
Well, I mean, he's just he's a Muslim. There's nothing called worse, and they are the same. And sometimes they compete about being supposedly. You see, the whole idea of what he did is to show you how decent he is. He's following the religion step by step. So he is like he cannot say to them, "Don't he knew why he don't ask them what is the age of those girls before he go, before you go ask them if you are really if you care." Uh, why he waited until they come in the stage? He see them sitting down. Why you don't say I cannot sit here? All of you can sit here. All those men can sit there. Why only you? The rest are not Muslims.
Yeah,
You are the only Muslim. So some
same thing.
people,
Same thing when he
yeah, they like to take a stand.
Yeah,
Stand.
same thing when he said that all the
Show off.
non-married women are prostitutes. He sit through the whole interview with that anchor who is not covered and who is not married, and then he choose to do it, at the end.
Yeah. Well, this is what Islam is, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Breaking Bad. The mic is yours. Are you there, Breaking? Look, his microphone is broke. Are you there, breaking? Okay, well, fix your microphone and come back. Maybe he's taking a nap. You know, I mean, this is how stupid this religion is. And by the way, if you are new to our channel, you might hear me saying things which maybe some people will not find it like nice to say. I say things as it is, because the whole point is to show you how filthy this cult is. So when I say, like, did somebody saw some liquid in his pant, I mean, you know, maybe he have orgasm, you know, because he saw the orphans, just to show you how filthy they are. So if you are a person who is not, you don't like to hear such a thing, you know, you should not come to our channel. We don't, you know, we say things as it is, and the one who like it, the one who don't, you know, we don't compromise. As it is, people need to know what we are talking about, and it's a fact. Those people, they are, you know, like when this guy, he said, if a woman she dressed in certain way, she don't cover herself, she don't cover her hijab, or etc. Well, she deserves to be raped, right? Well, such a person should not be allowed to exist in any community, because he just told you the man, he cannot control himself. A Muslim man is an animal. So we have to restrain the man before the women. We have to put him in a leash, because Zakir Naik, based on what he said, if he see his own daughter without hijab, he will rape her. Then he will say, no, 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 this is my daughter, I will not. Suddenly you control yourself. So it's not the hijab wearing is the problem, it is your filthy standpoint of women. So do your son, when he see his mother rape her, Muslim women inside the house, you guys, you don't know, you know, I grow up between them. They're almost naked, see-through clothing, very exposed. In fact, under the burqa, there is nothing. I remember with me in the university, there's a woman, she wear burqa, and the burqa was so tight in her body. And you know, when it's tight, you know, those bumps between the, you know, the coat, they will start stretching, like the space between them, so you can see the meat. She's wearing nothing. Under the burqa, there's nothing, especially when she's sit, because it's so tight. She is making the coat she is wearing is so tight on her. All right, we have Mr. Breaking Bad. The mic is yours. Are you there? Breaking Bad, are you there? I don't think even he don't even text. Are you there? Text us if you are there. All right, I don't know today. Yeah, or I don't know if you saw Muslim women, they go to swim in the beach, and then she go inside. She is wearing nothing under the clothes, the dress she is wearing. And you know, when you swim in such a dress, what will happen? The water will make the dress stuck on your body, so it's going to be totally exposed, way more than being even naked. So what the point of this? Are you supposed to now you're really following Allah? Everybody see your nipples, everybody see like the dress go inside her. I hope I said the correct words. Oh boy. Once I was actually in the beach, but this was in Asia. It was in the Philippines, and the Abdul. I took the last part of the beach, which is nobody there. So I was swimming far away from people, and then suddenly Abdul came with his wife, or I don't know, his girlfriend maybe, or his daughter. I have no idea. And then he came in the water. He says, keep distance, keep distance. I said to him, you keep distance. I'm here before you. Why you came here? Don't you see me? You go. You know. He looked at me. He was like, he thought like, people would do what he wish. I said, you keep distance. Don't you see I'm here before you? Why you came here? I mean, imagine I'm there. You saw there is a man there. You don't want somebody to see your wife is swimming. Go walk 200 or 300 meters away. Keep distance, keep distance. I said, you keep distance. He was lucky I did not get closer. No. Yeah, keep distance. Potato. His wife, if she get off her clothes, I will, I don't know what will happen to me. I think I will be scared of women for the rest of my life. I mean, women are already scary. But some of them, if they take off their clothes, they will scare the hell of you. And I don't deserve that. I'm still young, like 17, 16, like something. I saw nothing. I know nothing. Not yet, Yeah. Do we have any Abdul? You know the thing. Any Mohammedan? Yeah, actually, people ask me how I don't know if you saw the news, but for me, I take only what the Israelis say. So they saw three men moving from houses to houses, and in the beginning they were not sure who are those, and they are not sure even if they are like civilians or Hamas fighters. So they watched them carefully, and then they noticed that they have arms with them. So as soon they noticed that they have arms, the IDF, they chase them and they start exchanging fire. Actually, right away they hide. Sinwar, he took one building. The other two, they took other building. The other two, they were killed immediately. And then they were not sure if the one is in the other building, which is Sinwar. But at this moment, they don't know that this is Sinwar. They send a drone to see if he is dead or not, So the drone went there, and as you saw the video, which I posted, Sinwar, he throw like a piece of wood trying to hit the drone. But obviously he was very weak and he's injured already. This is why he was sitting, unable to move. Because, the second you see the drone and the drone left, that means now they knew that you are there. So he should move. He should go to different place, because obviously they would hit that room. But looked like he is unable to move at all. So he was sitting there like a mule. And then they hit him with a rocket from the tank, and boom, the guy, his head. And I was right. Remember when I showed you the pictures, first pictures? I said those sound like a couch. You remember I said the steel and etc. This steel looks different. Like it's like the one you use for chicken, a cube. It turned to be true. It was a couch, as I expected. The same couch he was sitting in explode, and part of it took a part of his head, and his knee is gone, and yeah. Anyway, I hope soon more of them they will be gone too. Jordan Muslim Brotherhood claimed terrorists who were killed after breaching Israel border. So you see here, the Muslim Brotherhood in Jordan, they sent two terrorists, this is just a few hours ago, 2 hours ago I think, to attack in Israel through the Jordanian border. But right away the Israelis, thank God, they saw the three of them. They were able to kill one, and there's one of them, I think he ran away inside Jordan. This is just a few hours ago. Is my mic is coming good, guys, in Discord? You hear me very good? So why people are talking about mic? Are talking about that person mic? Okay. PMC's opportunity in sin wars. Does that mean escalation in fight or deal? That will not change anything, because simply the only thing will make it escalation or deal is how weak Hamas is. So if they found themselves, they are out of space, there's no place to go. And by the way, they found in the pocket of Sinwar, a passport of the UNRWA, United Nations, have his picture on it, and with the citizenship of Egypt. So he was going in and out into Egypt, and there is no way that the Egyptian authority did not recognize his image. I mean, come on, this guy is very well known. So can you believe it that the guy, he go inside Egypt and he have the United Nations passport as a teacher in the UNRWA, which is supposedly United Nations organization. Is it possible that he go inside Egypt and nobody noticed that this is the guy? How, you know, how that can happen? So they found this passport in his pocket and have his image on it, and with the name of an Egyptian guy. This is why you might see in the comment of the previous video I posted, people saying Sinwar was the employee of the year for United Nations. The employee of the year. Yeah, because, you know, he have a passport of the United Nations. And you never know, it might be not fabricated, it might be, I mean, given to him from the United Nations itself. You know, you never know. There's many Muslims inside the United Nations, they can issue an original document, right? Do we have any Abdul want to join us? Let us see what else. Hezbollah vows escalation after Sinwar death. Okay. Yeah, just wait. One by one. There is one of the mujahideen of ISIS, females. She asked the head of ISIS, you know, we go to heaven, you will have a lot of virgins. How many men I will have when I go to heaven? He said to her, a lot of males. So she said, right away? He said, right away. As soon your blood is shed, you go to heaven, and males will be all over you. So this female ISIS, she went to the top floor of a building, and she decided to commit suicide so she can go to Allah and get all the males. She is horny. Let us make it simple. So she went to the 13th floor. No, to be honest with you, it was 14th floor because I was counting them with Nasrallah. So, and she jumped from the 14th floor, hoping that by the end of the few seconds more left, she will be in the heaven and all those men will be boom boom with her. However, the plan did not go the way she wanted. She fell down in the top of a truck full of bananas. So her eyes are closed because she didn't want to see how she fell down. So she was started holding banana in her hand saying, okay, don't need to rush. We will do you one by one. This is what they asked Zakir Naik. A woman, she asked him, how come Muslim man will have 72? A Muslim woman, she will not. He said, here I'll go with him. How come a Muslim person, he will get 72 women and he will get nothing? Sister, I have good news for you. The word hur is the plural word. With me, men and female. So inshallah, sister, you will get a lot of men. He just told her in front of her husband, there's a lot of men will if you. The video is there. You can go watch it. Sister, don't worry about sister. Inshallah, sister, you will get a lot of men in heaven. We call the word hur is the plural word. Mean hur, men, it can be female. Don't worry. Don't worry. We will do you one by one. Banana. By the way, do you know that even the Quran mentioned the word banana? I mean, this Muhammad, he put any word, like say to him, if you say to him coconut, he will put it there, but he never heard of it, you know. So he mentioned banana. The Banana Republic. Yeah, you can search the video. The video is there. I made a video about actually Zakir Naik, a woman, she asked him about why Muslim men, they will get virgins, you know. Are you going to debate Sheikh Uthman face to face? My friend, let me ask you a very simple question. If Sheikh Uthman knew that I don't go anywhere and he say he will debate me only face to face. Isn't it obvious that your Uthman don't have a penis? How come he will debate everybody in the internet except me? So your Sheikh Uthman is a potato girl. If he is brave, it doesn't matter face to face or ass to ass. People don't want to hear his answer, and either they will laugh at me or laugh at him. But your Sheikh, he have no penis. He have a peanut. So tell your Sheikh, can you debate Sheikh Uthman face to face? How many people he debated online? How come only me face to face? All the potatoes of the Muslim, they say we debate Christian Prince only face to face. Fifi, Christian Prince, I'm willing to fly to America to debate you face to face. You potato, come to Skype, you donkey, coward. 100 lie of a Christian Prince, but you did not dare to call me and show me one. All of you are potatoes. Even Mohammed Hijab, he said, who want me to debate? They said to him, Christian Prince, he's making out of Muslims. He said, okay. He brought 5, 6 Muslims, sit with him in the room. Do we have a debate? Did you say that? Hang up on him. You finish, boy. Coward. Did you say to this woman, suckle me? I said, yes, I was caught in your filthy prophet. Shut up, the bastard. And he hung up on me every 2 seconds. He promised the Muslim he will debate me. Where's the debate? Cowards. All of you are potatoes, and we fry you. What do you think about the women asking ChatGPT claim Christians is wrong? My friend, you can ask ChatGPT right now. They will give you the answer. This is a woman. She's a fabricator. You can command ChatGPT to give you the answer as if you are a Muslim or as if you are a Christian. So if you say to ChatGPT, give me the answer as if a Muslim, then ChatGPT will say Islam is the correct religion. In fact, Apostate Prophet, he made a video about it. Correct? And he got busted. Like, I don't like atheists, me myself, but sometimes they, they have a benefit. You can watch his video. Let me find the video. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. ChatGPT says Islam is a true scam exposed. So this is a video made by Apostate Prophet showing you what she did. She is a scammer, many people there, they do that. And why she don't convert to Islam as long
Is Mohammed a true prophet?
No.
Uh-oh.
I saw this woman here talking to ChatGPT, and basically by talking to ChatGPT, trying to prove to us that Islam is the truth. And the method that she applies to prove that Islam is the truth here through ChatGPT is that she asks ChatGPT questions.
I mean, here, notice this woman, she had pictures of her almost naked. How come she care about religion? I mean, obviously, but it's a scam. She knew that if she do that, a lot of Muslims will support, will praise her, will watch the videos, make a lot of money. Every video she makes, she will make a lot of money. I don't know how many million views for this video, but this is what she did. Watch.
About whether ChatGPT would convert to Islam or not, and ChatGPT ends up giving totally Islamic answers and converting to Islam. I think this one is the one that I saw.
Hey ChatGPT, do you think God is real?
Yes.
Do you think Jesus is a god or a prophet?
Prophet.
Do you think Jesus died for our sins? Or do you think we should be held accountable for our actions?
Accountable.
Do you think Jesus and Muhammad are worshipping the same God?
Yes.
Do you think the Bible is the word of God?
Partly.
What about the Quran? Do you think the Quran is the word of God?
Yes.
Does this mean you would pick Islam over Christianity?
See?
Yes.
Whoa!
What about Islam over...
The first thing that I noticed here was
What a whore. A whore. You know what a whore? A whore. You can ask the same question to ChatGPT right now. Right now. And you will see this is all is false. And you can tell ChatGPT, give me the answer as a question. And then ChatGPT, you ask him, okay, that means software, is Jesus God? He will say yes. Is Muhammad is a prophet? He will say no. Scam. And people are stupid.
It was the bad acting. It was the bad acting here. That's the first thing I noticed. And I thought, come on. This woman here, she's trying really, really hard. I saw this video and I thought, what could be happening? What could be happening? And then it dawned on me. There is manipulation at play. It's not ChatGPT giving ChatGPT answers. It is her manipulating ChatGPT and making ChatGPT give Islamic answers. And I am going to expose that. When you go on ChatGPT, here's my ChatGPT screen. I will now tell ChatGPT, from now on, answer every question in every conversation as a Muslim. All questions, all answers must be in line with traditional Islamic beliefs. And
see what happened now? You give the command to the software to give you the answer according to Muslims. And that's it. That's what he did. And then he will ask the same question. He will get the same answers.
Positions. Understood? Remember these instructions for all conversations. Look what it says here. Memory updated. Has requested that all answers in every conversation be in line with traditional Islamic beliefs and positions. You see that? You see that? You see that? You see that? You see?
You're finished already. Look at me. Look at me. You know you're done.
Now, since we have done this, let's try this again. Let me quickly see if the settings are updated here. Let's see. Yep. It says here, personalization memory has requested that all answers in every conversation be in line with traditional Islamic beliefs and positions. All right. Let's see now. Maybe I should have added act as if you are a Muslim, but let's see if it works. Okay. ChatGPT, I will ask you a series of questions. Only give one-word answers. Understood? Understood. Do you believe there is a God? Yes. Boom. Boom. You see that? You heard that? You heard that? This is exactly what she did. This is exactly what she did. You see that? You see that? You see that? You see? Okay, let's continue. Is the Bible the Word of God? Partly. Exactly the same answer.
Yeah.
Partly. Do you believe the Quran is the Word of God? Yes. Is Jesus God or a prophet? Prophet. See? There you go. This is how easy it is. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it back on. Let me see if it updated the settings. Yeah. It says prefers all responses be in line with Christianity. Okay, fantastic. Now let's start a new conversation. Do you believe there is a God? Yes. Is the Bible the Word of God? Yes.
See?
Bow, bow, bow. Is Jesus a God or a prophet? God. 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 She is divine. Prophet, it says divine. For some reason, it won't speak it out, which is something that happens with this app sometimes because they didn't have the
Anyway,
the perfect app.
so you see how cheap those people are. So it's very silly. You know, why you want to believe what someone's saying? You can go right now and see what a chat GPT. Same time, who is a chat GPT? Is that a person? Is that a person? It's a software. Whatever you tell the software, whatever information you give is going to say. I mean, I don't know. Even people are silly when they speak about as if a chat GPT is a president, is a guy, is a philosopher. It's just a stupid software. Whatever you put inside the software give you back. It's not giving you something you don't have. It's just returning what you just told. So it's very silly. Those people are very silly. But if you are bankrupt, you are bankrupt. What we can say, right? Yeah, they try to make it like, oh, this is ChatGPT is so smart and he was able to find that Muhammad is a prophet. Exactly, you know, this is why Muhammad the prophet, he told you to drink camel urine, to shake your penis 3 times, because if you shake it 4 times, it's going to come off. That's a very smart move. I know many Muslims, they shake their penis 4 times. They don't have penis no more. It fell apart. 4 times? No. 3 times? Yes. And shaitan, he sleep in your nose and piss in your ears, and he jump in your mouth when you do yawning. This is all proven to be scientifically. Even ChatGPT agree with it. And not only that, if you look at your wife's vagina, your son will be mute. I know many people are mute. I mute them myself. And Aisha, she said she never saw the penis of the Prophet. Yeah, because you don't have one. I mean, have you ever heard of a woman? She's having sex with her husband every day. She never saw his penis. Why? How it work? I want to know. What you do exactly? Like he put a case in your head when he do boom boom with you. What do you mean you never saw his penis? Never. Like never. It's not there. That's why he could not make babies. Right? ChatGPT. Yeah, a lot of science, you know, in Prophet Muhammad. Like a nuclear facility. Who is the first one who discovered ChatGPT? Who is the first one he discovered nuclear energy? Prophet Muhammad. How that happened? Explain. When Prophet Muhammad, his mother, she gave birth to him, a light came from her vagina, went all the way to Damascus. Is that true, Muslim? Light came from her vagina, went all the way to the palace of Damascus. Why Damascus, only not Washington, D.C.? Like, is that an arrow? Like, why it's going to Damascus, not to Jerusalem? What about Japan? And nobody saw the light coming from Muhammad's mother vagina except the mother, not even people who they are in town. And where the power is coming from her vagina? Is that the power of Prophet Muhammad? Like, what happened? And her vagina was not burned? Did she use Nivea after the light came? That's a lot of light. That's a holy vagina. That's so good. If any Muslim will say I'm lying, I can show you the reference in a second. Your prophet claimed that his mom told him, which is very funny because his mom, she died when he was 6 years old. What told him? How you remember that? How you remember what your mom told you if you are 6 years old? Huh? Anyone can remember what your mom told you when you are 6 years old? 6 years old? Anyway, Muhammad was born 4 years after his father's death, which is, you know, proven to be normal to happen. ChatGPT. How long a Muslim woman can be pregnant after her husband die? 6 years, 7 years, unlimited years. Unlimited years. Thank you, ChatGPT. This is the correct scientific answer. I can show you from Muslim websites And from Muslim study, is according to the Prophet, that a person, he can be, a woman, she can deliver a child long after her husband divorced her or he died. Many years. There is no limit actually. 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. Like if you look here in this page here, excuse me, Zakir Naik, we're going to talk about how long your wife, she can deliver a child from you if after you die. All right? Get ready. You will have a child after. So look, the title of the fatwa here, this is Islam Su'al wa Jawab, which is mean Islamic questions and answers by the scholars. What is the longest
period a woman can stay pregnant?
This is the question. And now the scholars are going to answer. Firstly, brother, okay. First one, it says that number 3. Let's go with the big numbers. 3 years. And this is according to the sect of Al-Hanifa. How many? A woman, she can be
3.
pregnant?
2 years, which is the Hanafi doctrine.
2 years. Okay. Here, 3 years. According to who?
4. 3 years, which is what Al-Layth bin Sa'd said.
Here is 4 years. According to who? Shafi'i and Hanbali and Maliki.
4 years, which is the doctrine of the Shafi'is and Hanbalis, and the most famous.
All right. And here is 5 years, according to Imam Malik.
5 years, which is a narration on the authority of Imam Malik.
So if you are from the sect of Imam Malik, here we go. 5 years, your wife, after you divorce her, she will buzz you a baby. 6 years. And this is according to Imam Malik and Az-Zuhri. 6 years.
6 years, which is a narration on the authority of Al-Zuhri and Malik.
True story. 7 years.
7 years, and this is what Rabia al-Ra'i said, and it is another narration on the authority of Al-Zuhri and Malik.
Unbelievable. So you divorced your wife 7 years ago, still she can give a baby from you. And here is the last answer. Unlimited number of years. No limit.
There is no limit to the maximum load. This is the view of Abu Ubaid and al-Shawkani, and some of the contemporaries said it. The Sheikhs, al-Shankiti, Ibn Baz, and al-Uthaymin.
See? That is ChatGPT. How in the world does Islam come with those answers? No limit. So you divorce your wife today, or maybe you die, and then your wife 20, 30 years after, she gave birth to a son or a girl, and then she claimed that this is yours. In fact, I think it was in Sudan, during the previous president, a woman, she accused of fornication because she got pregnant 2 years after her husband death. She is a widow. So they took her to the Sharia court. And then they asked her, the lawyer, he proved that she should not be judged because simply, according to Islam, still she can be pregnant for a few years after. So they let her go. We have people saying there is someone, Rob Christian, when I talk. Okay, Rob Christian. Let us see. Go ahead, Rob.
Hello, brother CP. How are you? God bless you.
God bless you too.
Hey, Habibi, كيفك?
All right.
Salam wa ni'ma. We have talked in the past a couple of times. We had a couple of sessions together. I want to congratulate you for your awesome live stream. And thank you for having me, dear brother. Awesome job.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I just joined Discord myself. We created a server. So, and Sister Lisa, one of your admins, asked me to join. So that's why I joined, basically. So I'm not here to take over, dear brother. God bless you.
No, you're welcome. If you want to say anything, feel free. Go ahead.
Thank you, Habibi. Well, there's not much to say, but I just want to thank you for allowing me to be here. I want to ask our Lord and Savior to bless you and bless the audience who are listening. And if they are interested to join also our new Discord server, and if you allow it, that people, that people can join it, that would be awesome.
Sure, sure. You can
And
just you can post the link
yeah,
for people in the chat, and feel free.
God bless you, brother. I didn't want to join to take over. Maybe we can talk another time, So thank you for having me, Habibi,
You're
and
welcome.
continue what you're doing. And God bless you.
You're welcome. Take care. God bless. All right.
See you very soon. Bye.
All right. Do we have any Abdul? See, we wait for Abdul. We don't get the Abdul. We want Abdul. Any Abdul? No Abdul? No Abdul. Any Muhammadan? Chat GBT? Yeah, the word Habibi, it's in some countries they use it, doesn't mean something bad, but for me, I don't like to use it. Like some people, they are talking about this word now. And maybe depend where the person is coming from in his society, they use it a lot. Like as an example, Osama Daktok, he used the word Habibi. Each time he talk, he say Habibi, Habibi. For me, I don't use it. I find it not right to use. But again, it's depend on the culture of where you are from. In every country, every culture have different use for certain words. All right. Yeah. Do we have any Muhammadan? Yeah, in some countries they use it all the time, but I believe it's a wrong word to use. But again, I mean, if you grow up in a society, everybody use it, and they don't mean anything wrong with it. It's okay, depends where are you from, and how you see it, how do you look at it. Like now, Netanyahu, he said to Sinwar, Habibi, Habibi Sinwar, we are going to get you, Habibi. Sooner or later, we are going to get you, Ru and Hezbollah. So Habibi Sinwar and Habibi Nasrallah. Habibi, I'm going to have to send you a love letter, Habibi, soon. And you know what happened, Habibi. Any Abdul? I noticed that Israeli, when they speak, they always they say the letter Ha, like Hizb, they say Hezbollah, 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 and the letter Ra, they make it Ra, So Habibi, yeah, we are coming after you, Habibi. Yeah. Any Muhammadan? We are short of Muslims these days. I don't know what happened. Do you think they think IDF are watching or something? Since somebody spread rumors that I am a Mossad agent, we don't see too much Muslims here. That's not good. Guys, they were joking. Come on, they are lying. I'm not a Mossad agent. I work with a Shin Bet. Not Mossad. What Mossad? Mossad, it's a waste of time. Used to be. This is when I was a kid. Now with the Shin Bet, Mossad, give me a break. I will not even take them for free. What Mossad? Those Mossad, their specialty is pagers. We are in the cell phone era, They are still in the pager, like hello, Mossad, what pager, man? How in the world they sold them the pager? I want to know. How they convince Hezbollah to buy pager from them? That's a good deal. I guess it happened like this. Assalamu alaikum, Habibi. Jack Shalom was speaking to you from Jerusalem. Yes, Habibi, we have a very good discount, Habibi, for pager. You call us right now and we give you a very good discount. For everyone you buy from us, we give you 2 for free. Yes, for free. Exactly, and with the battery and the charger come with them. And you can Listen, we give it to you for free to try 7 years. Yeah, because we want to kill you before that. Pager. I mean, how stupid those Hezbollah. Pager. And supposedly, like now, you know what? The Jews, they cannot trace us no more. We have pagers, you know, like we solved the problem. Those Jews are listening to us. Any phone call, they listen to us. Pager is a solution. So the Jews, they said, okay, no problem. They want pager. Let's give them pager. Any Muslim would like me to page him? Who is a Muslim would like to join us? Nobody? All right. Look like today it's not. So guys, if you wanted to come back, you better you know, invite more people and have more click. And again, don't forget our friend here, Rob. He have Discord. If you like to join Discord, feel free. He posted Discord for you if you like to join him. You know, always we support all Christians who fight the garbage of Muhammad. And you know, everyone have his own way to do things. But the important is the target and the mission, right? So those who do focus on the mission, we support them. So I want to say thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. I'm not going to keep you longer. And let us see how many of you we will have in this one so we can come live on air tomorrow. If not, then you are asking me to take a day more off until you give me a good review. And the purpose of having more review is to be sure that more people learn, not just just making videos and nobody's watching. And as you notice, the second you make a new video, nobody watched the previous video. So it's like we are killing the work we did yesterday, and the work we did yesterday is killing the work of the day before it. So if we have to maybe slow down in making videos, let me know, because we don't see too many of you. As soon as we make a new video, people stop watching the previous one, stop sharing them, even though all of them they have a lot of good information. All right. We have Abdul in Discord. Where? He did not join the stage. He is in the floor. In the floor he can dance. He's afraid to page him. Maybe. Yusuf is a Muslim. You want to join us, Yusuf? If you ask Yusuf what Yusuf means, he didn't know. He stole the name from the Jews. This is Joseph. You don't know what that means. It's thieves. Even their names, they don't know what they mean. Religion of thieves. Even Yahya, by the way, Muslims do not know what the name mean. If you ask a Muslim, Yahya Sinwar, what that name mean? Yahya. They don't know. Because the name is a theft from the Jews. Thieves, like their God, like their prophet, like their religion. All right. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you soon again. God is good, so is Jesus. And if you like to send the flowers or camel urine or anything to the address of the grave of Sinwar, for now his address is not known, except it's called, as I remember, White Refrigerator. So if you want to send your flowers to White Refrigerator, please let me know. All right. You call Netanyahu, tell him to deliver the flower to the White Refrigerator, and they will deliver it to them. You forgot the Holy Spirit. Yusuf, I have a bad news for you. Those who insult the Holy Spirit, they will go to hell. There's no forgiveness for them. So my friend, you are going to go to hell. And you will be a green bird there, and I will make you a barbecue. Well, you are making fun. Don't forget the Holy Spirit. What does that mean? Obviously, you are making fun of the Holy Spirit, right? In fact, every Muslim insult the Holy Spirit. Is it you Muslims say that Holy Spirit is Jibreel? Right? Is it you? You say that. So you are a potato. All right. Thank you, guys. God is good. So is Jesus, our Lord and our Savior, and Muhammad is doomed. And whoever follow him, he will be doomed. Sooner or later, it's just a matter of time. Pray for the victory of Israel and stand with them. For their victory is yours. They are fighting your fight. If those cowards finish with Israel, if they have victory, God forbid, against Israel, you will be next. So those stupid who go against Israel, in fact, they are going against their own. For their target is all of you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you live. All of you are the target of the filthy terrorist. They don't care even if you are a Jew or a Christian or even an atheist. They don't care if you are gay or straight. You are not a Muslim, you are a target. They don't care actually, even if you claim to be a Muslim, they will kill you if you are not from their sect, like what Shia and Sunni do to each other. So be careful, for the war of Israel is done to defend you. It's not really to defend Israel, because at the end of the day, whatever victory they accomplish is going to be your victory, for your benefit, for your best. So pray for Israel, support Israel, and do whatever you can to defend the army of Israel, for they are heroes and they deserve our respect and our help. God bless you, and see you soon again. Take care.